Let's see if we are good to go, and we are live. What is up, everybody? I am the one and only Skip Goes Hard. Who is Skip Goes Hard? Shit, I'll tell you. The most underrated, never duplicated, funniest sneaker YouTuber in the game, man. And I have a special guest, man. This is going to be a legendary live. And I know some people always say, man, why you always say all your lives are legendary? Because they are. Looking at us, man.
They is.
Looking at us, man. We got the homie Buckeye City Soul up in this bitch.
What's going on, y'all? Buckeyecitysole here. Happy to be here on Skipgoeslive. It's an honor.
Internet is working.
What was that, baby? Oh, well, as soon as it kicks off, yes, baby.
I'm watching TV, but how is your camera working?
It's because I don't know. Can you shut the door for Daddy, please? All right.
Like, you gotta go now. Okay, yeah. Okay. Bye now.
Yeah. Hey,
ask your mom. Ask your mom. She got the ice cream.
Yeah. Hey, that was not scripted. I want y'all to be like, okay, yeah, Skip's gonna start, and all of a sudden his daughter's gonna come in and do some little cute shit, and then she gonna none of that. That shit was not scripted right there. So
they be sitting there waiting behind the door like that, like the dude on live.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, bro. So, man, how you doing today, man? How's everything?
Doing good, man. Just getting through the quarantine thing and getting back into. Well, I'm watching people get back into the swing of things while I sit there and watch them because
exactly.
I'm not gonna be the guinea pig, man. We sit here like,
yeah.
They just got Pat Ewing, so you know what I'm saying. Like, hopefully everything works out for him, but. Yeah, man, I'm not trying to go out there and expose myself. And, I got a little one too. We got some big ones, but the little one got asthma. So, I'm not chancing it to get out there. Ain't nothing out there. When you're married, ain't nothing out there but the devil.
Nothing but lies.
Yeah. Ain't nothing open but legs out there.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's like it's crazy because like so many people are like they're so like they're waiting to get out there, but like right. You said, man, I ain't trying to be no guinea pig, man. Like
right.
I like everything, like we are in the year 2020. Like when it comes down to it, we can order stuff. And first off, man, salute to the ones who still had to be working out there delivering like our shoes and shit that we constantly buy and anything else. But like as far as like trying to like really go out there, man, I don't. Nah. At least I try not to.
Ron said I'm big as hell with a little voice. I ain't yelling, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to,
yeah, man. But shit, man, let's get into it, man. First off, man, shout out to the puss ass chat in here, man. We got the homie Buckeyecitysole, man. We gonna have fun on this one, bro. So, man, every time I do an interview, I always ask this first question, man. What is something that people always assume about Buckeyecitysole, bro? Like, people always assume, the ones that really don't know but think and shit. What do people always assume about you?
Man, I don't know, dude. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people don't like you because they think that you got like if I have a decent amount of shoes.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people don't like, I guess they formulate their own opinion of how you are. And, like I try to be cool. I respect everybody. I respect until disrespected.
Yeah.
Then when I'm disrespected, then, I handle it, the way that it needs to be handled. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's maybe, I don't know. I ain't rich though. I mean, I know that. I work 8 to 5 like most people out here. We've been working through the virus and everything like that. I mean, we've been safe. We've been working from home and everything, but we still out there. Still got crews out there. But yeah, man, like I ain't shit. I'm just like anybody else. So
just a regular guy.
Yep, I do regular
shoes.
Regular boring shit. I sit at the crib. I order shoes. I play with my children.
Yeah.
Hang out with my wife.
Yeah.
Clean up dog shit.
Yeah. Wait, are you for real? Like we You mean to tell me all those shoes that you have, bro? You don't have like a maid or a butler? Come on now, you got one. You're rich.
Man, I wish, bro.
Man, shit, I don't believe you. Next
I
question.
do have somebody. I do have somebody to cut the grass though.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Be hot out there, man. Like I got allergies. I be out there sweating and itching. I learned my lesson. We first got this house.
Yeah,
we had a lawnmower with one of the wheel, like none of the self propulsion was working, and one of the wheels was kind of tough. I was like, I almost killed my damn self because that thing didn't want to move, and then I was like pushing it.
Yeah,
and then that motherfucker almost tilted. I was like, nah.
Oh shit!
Like we're done with this. And then dudes was across the street. I said, yeah, how much it cost y'all to take care of my yard? He's like, no, yeah, it's not gonna cost you that much. Boom, there it is.
You like bet.
See, I see someone said OH. I said IO.
Oh yeah. Ohio up in this bitch, man. Hey, so man, what is a typical Buckeyecitysole day for you? I say like before the whole quarantine shit. Like what a typical Buckeyecitysole day.
Like, I mean, it depends. If it's a weekday, I mean, I'm up in the morning typically. Like, I mean, I just switched jobs, so I don't even know what my day to day is going to look like once we're back to normal. But I mean, I was going back. I go to the office, be there at 8, and be driving around. I mean, I'm in sales, so and then I usually home by 5. Get home, play with the kid. Make sure everything's good with the older kids. I mean, they're kind of like automatic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I got a 15-year-old and 18-year-old. They're automatic. Shit. Yeah, they're automatic. They do their own thing. The only thing they ask is, what's for dinner. Outside of that,
pretty much. Shit.
Yep. Then, we put the baby down about 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then just chill, man. And then start it over again, man. It's pretty cyclical. I mean, it's nothing. I mean, we do the show on Monday, but outside that, and I try to watch, if people on live, you know what I'm saying? It's easy now because everybody's going live. I try to catch everybody, try to support everybody. Yeah. But yeah. No, I'm not from Oakland. I'm a Ricky Henderson fan. When I was a kid,
that's throwback right there.
Yeah, it's a Ricky Henderson jersey. When I was a kid, I used to bat first. I was the fastest kid on the team. And I used to always want to have those Mizuno gloves. Remember those the neon green gloves that he used to wear? Anyway, he used to wear these neon green. He used to steal bases all the time. Like I would just walk and get on first base and then steal the third. I mean, it was nothing. I mean, but yeah, Ricky Henderson, that was my favorite. Like I remember one time we were in Cleveland and they was throwing sparklers at his ass out in the outfield. I'm like, how they allow that? Like that stuff. You would have went to jail for that.
Boy, that shit would have fly nowadays. That's that throwback shit. Leave them alone. They just playing type shit.
They were there whipping D batteries. Like who has D back in the 80s? I guess D batteries were pretty, popular. D and C batteries.
Yeah. Especially if you got like a big ass boom box, you need about 8 of them bitches.
Hell yeah, Radio Raheem had all the ammo.
Hell yeah. Man, so you said you played baseball. You said what position? You said
I was an outfielder. And then I pitched a little bit. Yeah. But like I was a fast pitcher, but my control was a problem. So I'll be hitting people dead in their back. Just they turn around like boom. People's parents getting that. Man, I felt bad, but I was like, yo, I gotta, I'm trying to strike you out. I ain't trying to. Getting it over the plate was secondary to me.
Yeah, man, bro. Like I always think about like because I started out playing baseball. Like baseball was my sport, and I always think about if I didn't try out when I was in 9th grade. If I didn't try out I tried out in the 9th grade. And I didn't make it. You know what I mean? I don't think I put my all into it because I played shortstop, like the little league. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like shortstop was my shit. And I always think about, man, if I would have stayed.
Yeah.
Who fucking knows, man?
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty good as a kid, and then my parents got divorced, and then like my mom wanted to move to Elyria, which is the town next to us.
Okay.
And I didn't want to play baseball there. I kept playing basketball. But I was like, if I can't play baseball here, that was my stand. So they let me play in Lorraine for like 2 more years. And then, once they were like, all right, you got to play in Elyria, I was like, nah, I ain't playing. So,
you was like, hell no.
So,
Man, shit, man. Bro, so growing up, did you get a lot of sneakers?
I wouldn't say a lot. I mean, but I did get things that other kids weren't getting. But I didn't get like a bunch of them. Like my mom would buy me the black pair. She'd be like, "All right." I mean, with the first pair, well, she did buy me the '85 Chicago. She liked those, but I was like really really small. So it wasn't like I asked for those. But the first pair that I actually got was the Bred 4s. So that's my favorite shoe.
Yeah,
to this day. And then like next it was like the black metallic. So it was like one like decent pair of shoes per year, basically. Because I mean, back then you could get them anytime.
Yeah. You wasn't worried about like them shits like selling out, and you know what I mean. Like if it came down to it, you can just get another pair. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. So, and then it was like just the black pair, and then I think the first pair that I got that wasn't black was the Carmines. But they were kind of, you know what I'm saying? They had like some color to them, so they weren't that bad. I wore them things until like the tip opened up and they was like talking like one of those little fish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like but I rocked them though, and I kept them clean. Like that was the first thing that I ever took care of was shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you're a kid, like you leave shit everywhere. And I still left shit everywhere. But the shoes, I made sure that shoes and Nintendo tapes. You know what I'm saying? Like the Nintendo tapes.
Them bitches like probably like right there, like if you gotta like a whole bunch, you gotta like put them bitches up, you fuck around and end up stepping on them and shit.
Stack them things up nice.
Yeah.
The whole room was a damn mess, but the Nintendo tapes and the shoes were clean. That was the only thing.
Yeah. Dang. Yeah. So starting out, you say you had the Carmine 6s, right?
Yeah. Well, I had the Carmine 6s. That was like, I think it might have been. No, you know what? I got 2 pairs of the black infrareds because the the way they came out was like maybe towards the end of the year, and then like to start school off, I think I had to get like another pair. I think that's how it went. And then I got the Carmines.
Yeah.
And then she was cool with me getting like white shoes. So then I got the what were the Cardinals? The Cardinal 7s.
Okay.
Well, I got a decent amount of shoes because I got the Bordeaux's and then the those, and then but then I started playing basketball, so I had to have a pair of shoes to wear for basketball. So now I was getting into like Maestros, and like I mean I liked a lot of like the Nike basketball back in the day. I still like them to this day. I wish they would bring out the Maestros, the ones. And I mean the 2s, they came out, but they were like all high and weird looking now. So they wasn't like that when they first came out. So I mean I guess they did have those available, but those were the ones that like you had to be like 6'7", 7 foot, to really get into. But yeah, then I mean, this is sacrilegious, but like when the Fab 5 came out, like I would buy like pretty much whatever shoe they had, that I could get anyway. And then with the black socks. So yeah, man. I mean, I got a decent amount, but I wouldn't say that I was getting
like every single pair that dropped. It wasn't like that.
I definitely wasn't getting every single pair that dropped. Now, when I like my dad owned a sub shop called Blimpies.
Okay, I know Blimpies.
Yeah. So like when I was 13, I started working there, and he just paid me under the table. Yeah. So like with my parents being split, the way I would work it out was like my mom would give me a pair of shoes a month, my dad would give me a pair of shoes a month, and then I would buy shoes too. So I was getting a lot of shoes at that point. Like from 13 on, I was getting a decent amount of shoes.
Yeah.
And then like I still have most of the boxes, but like the shoes, like I wore them to death.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like now where, I wear a pair, like solid for a week and then put them in a box and,
and just
get to them whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, like those were like torn up. I mean, and plus I was using Windex on them hoes. So that Windex was eating them things up.
Yeah. Like, see, this right here, man, I love hearing stories like this because like I said, back in the day, man, we didn't have all these available things to use to clean just sneakers. It was pretty much what we thought would work, and we use it, and I was like, yeah, it's shit's starting to look good. And then throughout time, you realize, okay, like my shit's turning some colors now. I don't remember it looking like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I mean, you had to use what you could.
Like,
as long as it didn't tear it up, it was all good. But yeah, you had the little toothbrush, then the cup. And then just go to town on that, spraying them joints up, making sure they're clean. And then one pair of shoes I did mess up though, because like I caught myself trying to do a custom. It was the Air Unlimited, and they were like Chris Webber wore them at Michigan, and they had like an ankle brace to them.
Okay.
They were a basketball shoe. They were like black and gray, but I wanted the white pair. But my mom, she was tripping on. She's like, "Nah, you getting these ones." And I liked them, but I wanted the white pair. So I'm like,
yeah.
So if I paint these joints,
yeah,
they can be white. Like, nah, player, that's not how it works. I fucked those up. Like, I mean, like I think I used like a gloss paint too. So like, man, they looked so terrible. I was so mad at myself for what I did to those shoes.
Hey, never again.
Yeah, never something where I'm gonna change the whole outlook of the shoe outside of the denims.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was like the first thing that I'd done like since then, probably.
Since then, yeah.
Yeah, that was the first thing, and I was like, it's $100. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
and it worked out, but
yeah, damn. So this was pretty much. So from what I'm hearing, is that I guess like elementary, middle school, these were the time, like you said, like your mom would get you a pair of shoes, and then
and then
and then you end up getting some shoes with your own money.
Yeah. And then, I mean, in high school, I played basketball.
Yeah.
So and our colors were black, red, and white. Well, red and white, but black was like the secondary color. So I mean, the Jordans always went with it.
Oh, man, hell yeah!
And I had the taxi 12.
Mm-hmm.
Or hold on, no. It was the He Got Game. It was a He Got Game.
Yeah.
And I wanted the cherries coming out, but I didn't have like the money wasn't right there.
Yeah.
And this is when they started like, that like past the 11s for me is when they started selling out.
Mm-hmm.
So like this one dude was like, yo, I got them for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just damage your He Got Games out and I give you these. Damn. So I was like, all right, bet. So he did it. And like, I think this might have been before they even came out. Yeah. But what he did was he messed up, and one of the shoes was like a size 8. So I had to get crafty with it. And you know what I'm saying? I took the shoes back.
Yeah.
And was like, I took them to another foot action, and I was like, yo, like, these are messed up. Like, one of these shoes is tight and the other one ain't. So then they switched me out. So and then this brings it back to Blimpie's. I was at Blimpie's like, oh shit, I got these. I'm about to kill them on Friday. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like there was this girl there. This girl used to work at Foot Action. So I didn't think nothing of it. But I was out there, you know what I'm saying, peacocking or whatever. Yeah. And then like a couple days later, I got called into the office. And I walk in there, there's the detective in there, and I was like, it's like, yeah, we already know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, blah, blah, blah. We just need to take a picture of the shoes. And I'm like, then I figured, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I figured that the cops, you know what I'm saying, they telling the truth.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what I know now. So then I go get the shoes and they take a picture of it. And then I'm like, so, these are my shoes though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I traded them out, and it was like, oh no, you're good. You could take them and, just don't do what you did, like how you did it before. So I was like, all right, cool. I was like, oh man, I was kind of shook because, the cops messing with you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
I never got into trouble or anything, but then like maybe fast forward to like a couple months later, I'm at the mall. I was looking at a Wu-Tang charm. This is back, you know what I'm saying? It was like a big ass planet with the Wu-Tang in the middle.
Yeah.
And like, dude walk up, and it was the dude that sold me the shoe or gave me switched the shoes out.
Yeah.
Him and his boy was trying to jump me in the gold store.
Oh shit.
I was like, like, what are you talking about? He's like, oh, you snitched on me or whatever. I was like, I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Because they knew everything. I didn't really even tell them anything. The only thing I provided was the shoes or whatever.
Yeah.
So then this dude's walking with his kid, with his baby and his wife, and he's like, oh, we about to even this up. So he walks in there, we about to square up with these dudes. And then like half of my basketball team was at the mall with them.
Oh shit. Okay, perfect fucking timing.
They all walked up, and then dude, like, he got shook, and I was like, no, man, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk about it because, like, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't need to, continue going on. If there's a misunderstanding, let's talk about it or whatever. So I mean, I saved him, because they was gonna get him.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? We made the situation right. You know, and you know, he wasn't tripping on me. I wasn't tripping on him. You know, I understood where he was coming from. I mean, and that's,
he thought that you was in that shit just whistling, just telling.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? That's why, like now, you know what I'm saying, I have a problem with somebody. I mean, I take that to this day.
Yeah.
You know, I try to talk to somebody, and you know, you can't talk to everybody though.
Exactly.
So, you know, it is what it is.
Damn, man. And you know what? That's crazy because like when you think about it, man, it's always like I feel like everything like happens for a reason. You know what I mean?
Right,
As far as like, especially in people's lives, like all of us are connected with like sneakers, shoes, and shit. You know what I mean? So that day, Buddy thinking that you was a snitch, and the team being in there, and y'all pretty much squashing it, man. Hey, like it's really like who knows what would have happened if shit would have went left? You know what I mean? I would be talking to somebody else's.
Yeah, could have. I mean, it could have. I mean, you never know what could have happened that day.
Yeah, man. So, what was the? Because I remember how I met you. I believe you had hit me up, and I remember you telling me to be on the show, Monday Midsole.
Yeah.
And man, I'll never forget, bro. Because I remember my first time I was on the show, I was at home because I was away on business, and I was at home and I was in the car. Doing that. And that's like the ongoing joke with me, like always being in a car doing a live shit because I'm like that's like my best like connection when I'm in the damn car, man. And man,
how many years to get that connection right?
Yeah. So, but through Instagram, like what was because I noticed, bro, you got like 105,000 followers on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I never knew that because usually like we know each other. So the only time I'm seeing your shit is like when you post it, I'm scrolling, hearting it, liking and shit like that. But when I went to it, I was like, God damn, you have 105,000? Did it take a long time for you to build that up? Is that like pretty much consistent work?
It did, but like the algorithm was a lot different back then than it is now. Like back then, like you could double stack hashtags, so you appear in more places. But like, you know what I'm saying? What I did was I would take pictures that people would repost more often. So I'm like, all right, the stare pictures was getting crazy. Like, I mean, I would grow like hundreds of followers with the stare pictures. And then when it got reposted somewhere else, like say Sneaker Files reposted it, then they would keep growing and growing and growing. And it just like it just hit you know, just kind of hit a cruise. And then everything was good. And then they changed up the algorithm, and I started getting lazy too. I mean, I was always kind of lazy as far as taking the picture. Like I don't go anywhere. I stay in my neighborhood, if not in front of my house. But you know, I try to do something different than other people either weren't doing, or just something I thought was cool. And you know, it's just like right now, it's a lot different. I stopped posting. I used to post one shot in the morning, one shot in the evening, and they were all fresh shots. Like it was a shot that I woke up that morning early and thought, okay, this shoe works with that shoe. Let's put the combo together. And you know, I'll go out there, take the picture, and then get ready for work and go to work, come home from work and think of stuff on the way home and be like, all right, I'm gonna put this with that. And then boom, and then always was engaging though. But you know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't one of the other things, is that you always had to engage. So if you were keeping up with, you know, your people, because back then you couldn't just like somebody's comment. You know what I'm saying? Like I just go back and like, you know, at blah blah blah. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And I always wanted to keep doing that. I always try to keep up with that. At least right away, like if I post a picture within the next couple hours or something, I'm still keeping up with it. But you know, sometimes it gets past me. But you know, that was one thing that just, you know, it just blew everything up. It was like the perfect storm.
Hell yeah.
And then, you know, then it got cold outside.
Yeah. Man, do you think like you having like 105,000, do you think you're slept on as a sneaker page? You know what I mean? Like, do you think, like, are there ever times you're like, man, I know I should have way more than 105,000, man. I'm doing this shit, man. I got like the like the two Buckeyes, City Souls, and then sometimes you fuck with it and do like three of y'all like standing and shit like that, man. Those like my favorite ones, bro. I love the swimming pictures. Do you think you ever like slept on sometimes? Like, man, they sleeping on me.
No, man. I mean, honestly, I'm cool. I'm cool with whatever happens, man. Like as long as I'm still having fun, you know, that it is what it is, you know, like, and we created some great, you know, friendships and relationships, you know, through this, and I'm perfectly fine with it. So yeah, I mean, you know, as far as, you know, being slept on, I don't think so.
Yeah, shit. Hell no. I don't think it's either. Not with 105K. Shit, man. One day. Yeah.
Man, but the thing is that like Instagram made it so tough because, you know, they put the regulator on there, you know, so like they have the power to create somebody with you know, a larger following where, you know, all right, this person out of nowhere all of a sudden gets 200,000 followers, you know, or followers or whatever.
Yeah.
And they got 35 pictures up. You know what I'm saying? And like, I mean, there's a way to get around it, I'm sure, but I mean, I'm not going to invest in any of that. You know, if I take, I'm taking the pictures basically because I enjoy taking the pictures and because I like to know what the hell I still have. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I go through, I take the pictures just to see, all right, I do have those, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, say, God forbid something happens, I can prove, you know, like here, I have these, you know, outside of the list. But like, you know, I could have a list and they say, well, I don't know if you had them. Like, well, here's a picture of me wearing them on this day. So
exactly. Receipts looking at that proof.
right.
Yeah, man. I want to know, man, how did the Monday midsole start? From the foundation, from the beginning.
All right. Well, actually, I mean, like shout out to Sneaker Box Podcast. That's actually how I found out about you.
Word. Shout out
to C's and Sneaker Girl and Jumpman and all of them over there. But yeah, you know, I was watching them. Actually, I found out about them through Mike Rich. So I was watching Mike Rich and then, you know, went to them and I was like, oh man, this is cool. You know what I'm saying? There's a show or whatever. And I, you know, I had no plans on, you know, getting involved because I mean, I'm more of I'm a extroverted introvert. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm around you, we're going to have a good time. But I'm not putting myself out there, you know, for the most part. And I thought it would be, you know, kind of nerve wracking to be on a show or whatever. But anyways, you know, I was watching and listening to their show because they used to be on YouTube as well. And then I think Soul Food came up and, you know, they were like, it was OG Sneakers and Dabs. And then I think they stopped for a while and I was talking to Lister and he was like, hey man, you know, we should do a show. I was like, well, what do you mean?
And not to cut you off, you know Daniel through I guess like IG, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we was both Soul Firm. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We was both Soul Firm at the time. But he was like, yeah, you know, like, you know, we should do a show. And so I was like, all right, you know, well, look, we can give it a shot. You know, so we was sitting there and he was like, well, let's think of a name. So then, you know, I was writing down names. I remember exactly. I was at a gas station in Columbus.
Yeah.
And I was just texting him like a list of names. And he was like, oh yeah. And it was Midsole Monday, actually. And then the way that the name got changed is that like I just put it up on the YouTube thing, or I think I put it as like Monday Midsole.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's how we got our name. And it was originally me, Daniel, Marcus. It was supposed to be AJ, Witness the King. I think he was trying to get, but then I think something happened with his work schedule. And then like our first episode, we actually had Doc Kickstagasm.
Okay, I know that name. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I was trying to get him to be on there because I mean I was like, that'd be dope because he's close to me, and then we ever need to do something together, we could. But then he couldn't commit. So then we had Maul on the show, and then he was like, oh, you know, Maul's cool. And then so we added Maul, and then we ended up adding Mo, and then you know what I'm saying the rest is history.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I mean that's how I got started.
So pretty much between you and Daniel,
you
said it went to Maul, right?
Marcus.
Marcus.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Marcus.
Jamal. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
so
I
it's
mean,
y'all three.
because Daniel was like, like me, you, Marcus, and then we were saying AJ.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm cool with all of them. So like we could make it work. So, that's what happened. But I mean, there's some other stuff. I mean, I guess I could get into it. I guess somebody had floated the idea to Daniel, and then Daniel came to us with, with the idea where, that might have drawn some bad blood between Daniel and the person that did that. I'm not gonna put the name out there. I mean, I'm still cool. We all still cool. We have no problem. I just don't want to create. I don't want to create an issue. Gotcha. But I'm glad he did. I mean, and it's not like it's something that I want to do to get big or anything. But we enjoy doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just fun to get there with the fellas and talk. I mean, and honestly, like we talk every day. And sometimes stuff is hard, and the people that are in your life on a day-to-day basis, they get busy.
Exactly.
And it's cool to have those brothers and sisters, because Nicole is on the team too. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's great to have now. Shout out to D Reynolds up in there, bro.
Yeah, man, and that is right, because like when you, especially when you're like doing something with a group of people, damn near on a either a daily or on a weekly basis, like you build that relationship, what I mean? Especially to the point where you get really, really cool to the point where it's like, the people who you surround yourself with, you can depend on, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like you build that relationship. And that's what I know. That what I like about the Monday Midsole is that you guys are like an actual like podcast to me. You know what I mean? From the name to how everything is set up, to the different categories and stuff like that. It's not just some dudes on live talking about shoes and shit and just shooting shit. There's nothing wrong with that, but as far as like y'all actually have like a podcast platform, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I mean,
I don't think. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was like, I don't really think like. I mean, there are like a few other people like out there, but I mean, I usually like watch the Monday Midsole as far as like a sneaker podcast. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's just fun to do, man. And I mean, like in our show, there's aspects of a lot of like previous, like, I mean, there's aspects from Sneaker Box Podcast. I mean, even like there was another show that was out too, Sneak This, where I was listening to them, but I wasn't trying to like take anything from them. But I mean, you could say that when we talk about what we copped. I mean, that could be a derivative of maybe, unconsciously listening to them, or, maybe it was something that was like, oh, it's a good idea, where other people have taken stuff from our show. Yeah. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it gets frustrating. Like, not that, I mean, not if somebody was going to have more success than us with our idea, but just not to be recognized for the idea.
Exactly.
Like, and like we had Gas Ass or Pass. Yeah. And then magically, and then we also had two of the three hosts on Full Size Run on our show. Yeah. And then Drip Flipper Skip comes out of nowhere, and I'm like,
that's Gas Ass or Pass.
Like, yeah, like you could like, and the thing is, like, I would have been, I mean, I'm still kind of flattered that they took an aspect of our show, but it would have been dope just to be like, yo, like, do you mind if we do that? Because there's other people that have done it, and then what I'm saying, it's created a rift. Yeah. When we're like, yo, why would you try to do that? That's like that's our thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And when they just took it, I was like, damn, like Debo. But then I watched their show, and I see that there's other aspects of other shows that I watch that get what I'm saying, pieced out of that. Yeah. And, you know what I'm saying? And even with Complex, like, they're doing the battles that everybody's doing.
Oh, sneaker battles. Yeah. Because I know that's something that I do want to talk about. Did y'all have sneaker battles on a Monday Midsole?
Yeah. We were the first to do it live. Like, you know what I'm saying? We were the first to do it live. And then other people have since done it, and that was fine. Like, sneaker battle is like, just talking about shoes. You know what I'm saying? That's something that you can't really, you're not going to patent it, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, you know, some people say that, I won't get into that, but let's just say that, let's just say that, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
well,
Like,
hey, you know, I'll say it. I'll say it.
all right.
Because there is I say like right now, people, the whole quarantine going on with that nastiness outside in the world, a lot of people are confined to their houses. You know what I mean?
Right.
So this gives people ideas to create shit, think about shit. You know what I mean? Like I say, like me being a sneaker YouTuber, I can see it from other sneaker YouTubers where somebody will just come up, you know what I mean, be in a sneaker room not doing shit and be like, you know what? I think I'm gonna come up with a challenge or some other shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I feel that, you know what I mean, have people, because people can only do this shit as long as they can before the world really opens up. This is like the perfect time where people can really start some stuff up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as far as like sneaker battles, like I can't see anybody, I guess trying to stake and claim the sneaker battle. But I will say this, as far as sneaker battles, from what because I don't really remember. I guess the Monday Mid, so y'all did y'all sneaker battles like a long time ago, right?
Yeah, well, we did Friday Night Lights, and that was me.
Okay, shit,
me
I
and
remember
Daniel.
that now. I remember that.
Me
Yeah.
and Daniel, where we did. I think we did the first season was just, you know, was a random, like, you know what I'm saying? It was fun, and we were just trying to figure things out. Then the second season we did all female sneakerheads.
Yeah.
And then I think we might have done another one. We did another one after that, just, and then we called it Sneaker or Soulvivor.
Yeah.
We switched it out because I mean that was Daniel's thing. Like Daniel was actually doing the battles on Instagram, and there was a lot of people doing the battles on Instagram. But I was like, yo, let's take your idea and put it on YouTube, and then, you know what I'm saying, I could figure out a couple different overlays to put on there to, you know, kind of make it look cool or whatever, or as cool as I could think of at the time. And, you know, like I think eventually we'll get it, we'll get back into it, and, you know, not to step on toes of, you know, 313 and E-Money over there. You know, I think they're doing a great job, and like I got no problem with them, you know, and their success with the you know, with the battle and everything. You know, I enjoy watching the show, and it's a hard thing to do to try to be fair. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to not make it a popularity contest. And I was actually supposed to be in one of theirs, and, you know, I just didn't like the feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I ain't scared to battle anybody. You know, I think I got a decent amount of stuff. But at the same time, it's just like I'm very competitive.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? If I put something out there and I know it's, I mean, everybody knows that it's better, but then, you know what I'm saying, somebody bring a crew in there, or somebody want to see someone take me down or whatever. Then, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a waste of time for me. So
exactly,
you know what I'm saying? Like I won't battle. And we were trying to figure out a way just to make it fair. So, you know, pretty soon we are going to do one, because we got a belt. Like we bought a Monday Midsole belt.
Yeah.
We're gonna give it to, you know, whoever wins it, and then hopefully we can continue to do it. And you know, because I mean we use the money from the show just to, you know, buy that. I mean we still got things that we can do that, you know, I like to make it more interactive. Like I think that we could do a channel and do whatever we want, or, you know, just make reviews and stuff like that. But I want to make it more interactive. I want to get people involved. I want people to feel like part of the show. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, we put on so many people. Like we wanted everybody to be a part of the show. You know, like everybody's got a signature in the bricks of the foundation of what we're doing.
Exactly.
You know, even if we don't build shit, at least, you know what I'm saying, that time is worth something. You know, like we can go back and look at stuff. Like I went back and looked at Maul had sent back the one of the appearances that D-Lo had on our show. It's like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just a piece of her that we'll never see, but it'll always be here. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, like we're gonna lose people, you know. I mean, that's just the way things are. But, you know, somebody could see, you know, somebody still, you know, doing things
Yeah.
through our show. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's why, like I said, I always I praise the Monday Midsole, yeah, because like the Sneaker Boss podcast, that's like the first one I really remember, meeting
Right.
up with talking to African Caesar. And then when you hit me up, and then I found out about the Monday Midsole, you know what I mean? And y'all have been going strong for quite a while, you know what I mean? Because sometimes a lot of people don't really stay consistent with stuff to the point where shit'll fizzle away. You know what I
Right.
mean? But y'all kept that shit going for some years now. Like
Yeah,
people know about the Monday Midsole. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we're on year 4 right now, I think. So yeah, man. I mean, there's been times where it could have phased out because it does get it gets tough thinking about stuff to talk about. It gets tough. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're wanting the needle to move and it's not moving, you have to realize what you're doing it for. I mean, sure, if we get some success out of it, great. But if we don't, then we have to be okay with doing it for ourselves. And I'm fine with doing it for ourselves, and as long as everybody else is, then we'll continue to do it. But it gets tough because you get chained to Mondays. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to do something. All right, well, we're gonna call the show off or whatever.
Yeah.
And get out of sequence. But I mean, I still enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I figured, you know what I mean, like having, I mean, it's so pretty because like with sneakers, it's like when I think about sneakers, like there's only so much one can talk about,
right,
when it deals with sneakers. So you have let's say other people create something and figure they want to talk about like sneakers too, and then sometimes ideas can be kind of meshed together. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to say it. How am I trying to say this shit? Like, okay, if we're all dealing with sneakers, and then somebody else starts some shit, their own thing that's going on, you can't really help to kind of talk about the same stuff that the other guys are talking about. You know what I mean? Because we all revolve around sneakers. You know what I mean?
Right. And then another thing is that I think a lot of times people watch people who they admire, and then they start by replicating that person. But that's to kind of get their feet wet and to build that confidence so they can kind of go on their own thing. So that's one of the reasons why you see a lot of repetition. Another thing is I mean, like everybody wants to talk about that same shoe and put their own spin on it, which is cool. And I mean, once you develop an audience, then maybe your audience wants to see you talk about a shoe as opposed to somebody else because they like your personality better. So, I don't have a problem with, people serving the same thing in a different, in a different truck or whatever, like it is what it is. But like for me, like I don't watch as much sneaker YouTube as I used to because for me, I'm going to buy the shoes anyway. Like one thing I guess one thing that turns me off about like a YouTube channel, like a YouTube show, if somebody has watched before you buy, like nigga, why? I'm going to buy them. And if I don't like them, I get rid of them or there's one of these fucking boxes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like you're trying to tell me what to do with my life and I don't like that. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like the only thing, but I get what they're doing because other people have had success by putting that out there.
Yeah.
And I have to step out of myself and say, you know what, that might work for somebody then. So let them do it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, I don't have a problem with the repetition out there, or people doing the same thing, with the battles and everything. People want to be involved in the battle, and if there's not enough battle. Like one battle can't support all these different people. So if somebody wants to be included on a battle, maybe they want to run the battle their own way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like people get frustrated when they watch a battle and they feel like it's not fair, so they want to put their own spin on it. And I think that with who has the heat. Like that got my wheels turning. All right, how can we make this fair? How can we do this? So then, I started writing down a couple things. We will put something together at some point. But I don't want to just do it just to do it. I don't want to just do it because they're doing it and they're finding success and to go up against them. Because I got nothing. I got nothing.
Shit, not to cut you off, but that shit would look like it's like just how you said. Then it looks from the outside looking in. It looks as if, okay, well, damn, man. Now the Monday Midsole, now they try to kick off some shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now look at these guys. Look. Now they're trying to. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which
I
is
mean,
not
but
really the main
yeah,
focus.
but if you
Yeah.
go back in time and you see that, we did it. We did it before.
Yeah.
But like it is what it is. Like people, I think, like Miss DMV said, a new battle reps every time someone's unhappy with their loss, and
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. But you also kind of have to examine, why certain people did lose.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's times where you're like, yo, no way that beats that.
Yeah.
But we're all different. But when you think about it logically, like if you put this shoe up against that shoe and didn't tell whose shoe it was,
yeah,
then you know what I'm saying, like then the shoe speaks for itself, as opposed to the person that you like that you came to see. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have that. I'd rather have us actually go at the shoe than to go go for the person. Bring as many people as you want.
Yeah.
But like I'm not gonna sell the other person out because you brought 1,000 people with you, and that person brought 5, but that person had fire.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying, you was out here, with matches. This nigga had a flamethrower, and you win. Like, no, like, come on.
Exactly. And to put this out here, I know we're talking about sneaker battles and who has the heat. They're like the most prominent in sneaker YouTube that I know doing sneaker battles. So just to put it out here, we're not taking those shots. We're just using, just to, you know how shit can go.
I know how
after this goes off, hey man, Skip and Cat, they was talking shit. None of that. You know what I mean?
I'll be in their chat. I'll be in their chat. Like I will be watching Who Has the Heat at 8:30. I will be watching that.
Hell yeah. Like myself.
Yeah. So
I like they really did a good job, like with I guess really bringing it to light again, with sneaker battles, just for the main reason that, like a lot of us, like a lot of people are at home. So I feel that's like a great thing to, I guess, start, not really start back up, because how can I say it? It's like the sneaker battle shit is it's so crazy because they didn't create it, but I feel they brought it back to light again.
They kept it steady. Like when we did it, we kind of dropped it because it was like, yo, like that's a lot of time to do the show and to do the sneaker battle, and then you had to corral the people to be on there.
Exactly.
So you know what I'm saying? Like it was more than we wanted to deal with. So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think when we finally do it, the way that we're going to do it was like, hey, we're gonna go on with or without you. And you know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I like to get the picks beforehand. Like you're gonna know what's happening beforehand, and then I'm not gonna throw everything out there, but if you listen to the whole thing back for it, you could probably piece together what I'm gonna do. But you know what I'm saying? Like I think that like it should go on regardless. If you on, if you ain't on.
Oh shit!
Hey, here it is, and here's this person's pick. And you can win and not be there, but I mean you're not gonna be able to sell your shoe if you
it's just gonna be.
You know what I'm saying? Like someone had to come up with a really terrible story to lose to somebody to unlock like character.
Hell yeah.
But shout out to them though, man. I mean, they've carried the torch. They've kept it going, and it's, to me, it's theirs. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll do our thing too. It's not competition because we're gonna support them. Like 313's in our chat, E-Money's in our chat.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all of them, man.
We support each other.
Yeah.
So like I wouldn't go up against them. Like all right, it's Saturday 8:30. We're not gonna have the Survivor at 8 o'clock. Like yo.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I want to give it gives people, we have similar fans, or not fans, I'll say people that watch what we do.
Yeah.
And it gives people the ability to watch both. Put them on two ends of the week, so you can watch. One day you can watch that. You can watch one day you can watch ours, or whoever else. It's like this.
as they say, like there's room for everybody.
Right,
Like,
right. And that's
out here.
always something I've always said, man. There's room for us all, man. You know, like
just like what Handsome V said. Handsome V looking at us, room for everyone. Exactly, man.
that nigga DeCarlo silly.
We're coming up at 50 minutes, and I usually do it at 40 minutes, but like I said, man, we are rolling along, man. We're having a blast. So right now, I want to turn it to the chat. Any questions you have for the homie Buckeyecitysole right here? Ask away. Asking the chat for the chat.
The R said that I look like a lost member Onyx. You know what I'm saying?
I think he said, I forgot. Shout out to the R. Looking at any questions for the homie Buckeyecitysole. Let it be known. Kev, are you giving out Photoshop lessons?
I don't know why you want to learn from me, but but you hit me up. I'll do whatever I can to help you. You know, honestly, with Photoshop, Kickstagasm taught me a decent amount, and then also, was it Beamer kid? His name was something else when we were first on IG, but he showed me a lot. Maul showed me a lot. Julian, all my kicks dope.
Mm-hmm.
Like he showed me a lot. But yeah, I mean, hit me up. I'll help you get done whatever I can help you with.
Oh yeah, shit. Let me see. Blunt beats. Buck, let's talk about those Tinker threes over your right shoulder. I need those. Looking at
which ones though? There's a couple of them back there. These?
Hey, Blunt, those? Shit, hold on. Let me see. We got from Q to Queen. Kev, does your feet bleed like MJ in those Air Jordan 1s?
No, because I'm not playing ball in them joints.
Yeah.
You'll never see me hoop in a pair of 1s. But you wear them too long. Like I need a 12.5 is my perfect size. So it's tough to get a 12.5, but 12s will work. But if you wear them too long, it get your pinky toe. And you know what I'm saying?
Like headlock.
Yeah.
Shit. Let me see. Buckeye, will you ever get in a battle?
Nah. Not unless it's like something like impromptu, where it's not for anything, and it's not like people were able to, you know what I'm saying, put together I won't get in the competition, let's say that. Like, but if it's somebody's got like a live or something, it's like, yo, like I want to battle. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I could, that's fun.
Yeah.
But like I won't do it for like a competition though, because I just know that I'm too competitive, man. Come to something like that, and I got time to think about it.
Shout out to Landon with the applesauce is good. Hey, I know him. Applesauce is good, y'all. Look at that. Hey, pie is good too. Shit. Kev, do Concords always win?
Just about. I mean, if we ain't talking about a Brad 4, then then Concords. Let's say Concords beat Bread Toes. I'll tell you that. Okay. That's the real question.
And we have from the homie Blunt, Buck, your thoughts on sneaker YouTubers beefing?
I mean, I stay out of it, man. And like, you know what I'm saying? If I see people I respect getting into it, I've seen you get into it, and I try to tap you on the shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Man, you're gonna do what you do. I try to stay away from it. Because that kind of stuff can bleed into your normal day to day. And this is for fun. This is our hobby. This is a passion. There's no reason to build a beef with somebody that you may never see in person. You may if they go too far, you never know what you end up doing. You know what I'm saying? Because at some point we all end up meeting each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and that could be odd.
Very, very odd.
Like people see you and they see you sitting down and be like, oh, this, he's probably like 5'10", you know what I'm saying, 5'8", you know what I'm saying.
Motherfucker stand up on your ass.
And just be like, All right. You know what I'm saying? And then plus, man, I'm not trying to get locked up. So like, yeah, man, I stay away from the beef, and if I can help people squash a beef, then I'd rather do that.
Exactly, and I can vouch for Kev, man. And there's been a few times, you know what I mean. I would get into it on some goofy shit with yeah, and then Kev would hit me up, be like, "Yo, what's going on?" I tell him what's going on, and like, you know what I mean. But like I said, man, that's what it's really all about, man. Having people in your corner who actually care about you and shit. Like you care about me, huh, Kev?
Yeah, man, you my nigga.
Look at that. You know what I mean? And like I said, and Hella Lays, we talk damn near every day. And every time I'm going on the deep end on some goofy shit, she be like, "Yo, hey, you ain't be doing that shit. You better than that." Looking at
Yeah,
man.
you don't need to get yourself into that. But I mean, I understand that you have to retaliate too sometimes.
Yeah.
Like if somebody talks about your children.
Goofy shit. Yeah, I haven't had that, but who knows, man? Well, fuck it. Kev, are you an A's fan?
When I was a kid, like I said, I was a Ricky Henderson. I was an A's fan as a kid. Ricky Henderson, Jose Canseco, Dave Henderson, Dave Stewart,
Mark McGuire.
Mark
Was he with
McGuire.
the A's too?
Yep, Mark McGuire. They were all. I mean, the Bash Brothers. Like, I mean, they were dope, and they had their own style. Like, they had the white cleats, where everybody else, they was like either black or whatever. But like, there was something about the Oakland A's that was sick, And then plus Ricky Henderson, he had them gloves, man, and he was just running around the bases. And I mean, that was what I did. I wasn't no power hitter or anything. I would get on base and I would move around. So yeah. I mean, I'm an Indians fan though.
Okay. Yeah, of course, yeah.
I'm an Indians fan.
Buckeye, will you do a full room video?
If I pick up around here, man, I got some shit all over the place.
Oh shit.
But I maybe someday I will.
Kev, Crown Royal peach or vanilla?
Oh, peach all day. That's some smooth stuff.
Shit.
Peach. If I'm gonna do one or the other. I like the straight crown or Jack Daniel.
Shit, hell yeah. Let me see. Hold on. Damn, man, I had this shit. Man, my goof ass. I'm looking around.
I seen L wrote something.
Here we go. We have one a guy named Polos and Jays. I don't know if you know him or not. Shout out to Polo. Pairs in your collection over or under 500?
Oh, maybe slightly. It's close. It's close. So I mean, it could. It's over. Let's just say it's over 400.
Okay.
So,
damn, man, Polo. Right. Polo, I'm glad you asked that question, man, because I have a question. We almost about to close it up, man. We about to hit that hour. But Kev, aka Buckeyecitysole, man, if someone wrote you a check on the amount of money you spent on all your Jordans, I'm talking about calculate, not really like right now, but generally speaking, if you can just calculate or have a rough estimate of all the Jordans you spent your money on, somebody came to you and was like, okay, that's the amount that you spent on all these Jordans, wrote that check out to you and handed it to you, was like, okay, I'm giving you this check for all the shoes that you purchased. Think about it, a lot of money. Thousands of dollars. Let's keep it real. Thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Would you take that check? And it can't be one of those, yeah, I'll just take the check and buy my shit back. No, it's none of that. Would you take that check and pretty much start over from today? Like your next shoe will either be like a Chunky Dunk or a Travis 270 or a Flint. Somebody handed you that check and was like, here. Would you do it?
I don't know, man. It's a tough thing when it's not real.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I think I'd be selfish not to entertain it. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a family and that could provide, some memories for us. Because the kids are getting older, getting out. I mean, my son just turned 18.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, it would be hard to not think about it. I mean, right off the top, I'd want to keep them selfishly, keep my shoes, but like, you know, it would be something that I would think about, and I would talk about it with my wife and see if, you know, because I mean, you can always buy some of these shoes you can buy again.
Yeah, but not yours though. Not yours. You have to find, I guess, like another source. Yeah.
Right. And then plus, I mean, like the fakes are getting good and they're getting through StockX and stuff. So you know what I'm saying? But like that check was like really, really, really healthy. You know, so I could pay the house off. And
yeah, like all everything you spent on Jordans. I'm talking about from the beginning. Your money, a check here.
Yeah,
here.
If it was real, I'd think about it.
You think about it?
Yeah, I would think about it for sure. But I couldn't say yes or no unless it was like legit. But I'm also kind of funny. Like I don't like people in my crib either. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people like to see what you got and then come back and then they get the you know what I'm saying,
casing your shit. Be like, okay, yeah, type shit.
And I get to see what else I collect.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Hey, just like what Jordan was like, hey, I know exactly what you're talking about, type shit. Hey man, hey, last question, bro. What is your Grail sneaker and Grail Jordan? Because I think there's always two. What's your Grail sneaker and what's your Grail Jordan?
Man, I mean, I think mine are one and the same. Like, I mean, it's the bread for, because like, I mean, it's a story behind it. It was the first shoe that I got that I asked for. And then, you know what I'm saying, when I was a kid, when I got them, like the first night we got them, our house caught on fire.
Shit, okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I actually, like, if anything that I grabbed, like, I didn't grab none of my Nintendo tapes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I grabbed my J's and we went out there and you know, the fire department came and our utility room got burnt up. But I mean, the rest of the house was okay outside of smoke. But, and nobody got hurt or anything. But, you know what I'm saying? I think that day, like, it solidified, you know what I'm saying? Like, me being in the sneakers. And, you know, so I don't think that I could ever, another shoe could pass it up. Like, I mean, there's shoes that are definitely worth more that I have than, you know, obviously the Bread 4 just came back out. So they're not, they knocked them back down. But after this, the show came on or whatever, the Last Dance came on, like all the Jordans went bananas.
Yeah, so, like, crazy.
You can't reach back and get an OG for what you could before. You know what I'm saying? He said chitterlings. Chitterlings good, man.
You
know what I'm saying? Like,
do it.
My grandma used to cook them joints. My dad, he still cook them at Thanksgiving. I mess with him.
And that house was lit than a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, the night before. Yeah, the joints is crazy. But you know, they don't stink if you take the membrane out.
Yeah. Exactly, man. From the rooter to the tutor, looking at it.
Right. And I mean, like, I get it. Like, honestly, like, I wouldn't try them if I didn't grow up with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't. But yeah, you know, like, nothing wrong with those.
Damn, bro. Hey, we reached our hour, man. This was a nice, chill ass live, man. Hey, Buckeyecitysole, bro. Thank you so much for lending your valuable time coming on my little pussy channel.
No, man, I was wondering. I was like, man, I want to be on there, man. Like, nah, like, cause you know, like, I think your channel is dope. And like, one of the things that when I watch you, I was like, man, you know, like, cause I always try to connect folks. You know what I'm saying? Because I see certain things. Like, when I tried to connect you and was a snipe, and then there was somebody else too. Because I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got that energy to get out there. You know, I thought it'd be, you know, dope for y'all to work together. But, you know, even like when we had our show, like, you know, because I know that you're in the comedy, you know what I'm saying? We had Bill and we had David on. So, man, you know, I think it'd be dope for you to kind of have a relationship with them too.
Yeah.
Maybe that could like lead into other things. And, you know, like if I see any type of connection, like just like with the shoes, like when I see a combo with the shoes, I also want to put combos together with people, you know what I'm saying? Because if I can see somebody be successful with a relationship, then I think that's dope. I don't need anything out of it. I just want to see people, man. Come on, man. Oh, you put that up.
It's been booty noodles. That shit classic.
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? my fam was, we wasn't, or my dad's side, and that's what we had to do, like that. They grew up like that. So,
Mhm.
that was one thing, honestly, like, people could be ashamed of, what I'm saying, eating that kind of thing. But like, honestly, it's something that pulls me back from, growing up, like something that ties me directly to, my father growing up and not having, certain things that I was able to have. I got to see, I got to experience some of the things that he would experience that other people, have gotten grown out of it. And, that part dies, like a lot of people, you don't see chitlins at the grocery store very often. If you do, there's like 2 buckets.
Yeah, that bucket. That wet bucket. I think that shit is like white with a red top. That shit say chitterlings on that bit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, when I first seen it, I was like, what are these? Like, these are bootleg chitlins? Like, these ain't chitlins though. But nah, man, I think I'm glad to be on the show, man. Honestly, I think you got something good. Keep it going. Keep expanding.
Trying.
And, it's just gonna grow, man.
Yeah, man. That's what I think about it, man. I gotta keep on pushing. Stay in my lane and don't entertain no goofy shit. I try
Right.
hard.
It's tough, man. It's tough, man. And honestly, like, my first emotion is to be petty. And you know what I'm saying? I'll go into our chat and I'll say something, and what I'm saying, it'll be funny or whatever. But then I'm like, man, I don't really need to put that out there.
Yeah.
I just like, I'll be on Facebook and people be talking about politics and stuff, and I get political, because I have friends on like both sides, what I'm saying, left and right, and I'm in the middle, but somewhere kind of further to the left. But you know what I'm saying. But like I try to understand everybody, and sometimes it gets a little heated, you know what I'm saying? But I always try to pull it back to where we can kind of grow from it, and I try to not keep people around me that aren't willing to understand the opposite side of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Wilson Chitterling's the best.
Oh
no, I just know whatever ones we got was in the red bucket with a white top.
Well, yeah.
He was like, and like I seen my dad, he was cleaning, like he was washing the car with a chitlin bucket. I said, Dad, you gotta get rid of that thing.
Yeah, that shit's hey, man, black people, we will put some shit to we'll keep on to some shit. Them damn tin cans or those little pussy ass cookies with the little sugar on top.
Oh hell yeah, those
it's like the one's like a pretzel cookie, and one's like a little swirly one.
Pretzel ones went the fastest, and then the circle and the square ones with the sugar on them.
Yeah,
the swirly one was always the last one because might lick the sugar off of all that.
the butter cookies, the one with the sugar on the bitch, those gone.
And it was all the same flavor. They just was like, oh, they got the sugar on them.
Yeah,
the pretzel ones. They should just made a box with just the pretzel ones.
Exactly. Man, the pretzel ones, and the one is like a little looks like a little pillow and shit with the sugar on it.
Yeah, they had the square and they had a circle. My wife, she still gets them. Like she'll bring them home, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
You ate all the pretzels, I said.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh man, good times, bro. Hey, man, bro, thank you so much, man. Like I said, man, come on my little pussy ass channel. Greatly appreciate it. There are a lot of people who I have a list of like the people who I'm gonna have, like, you know what I mean? And like I said, I knew you was on this list like a long ass time ago, but I was kind of like wanted to make sure, you know what I mean? Everything's going to my end, everything's going to your end, and then, make sure I want to like strategically put like my interviews together on certain things, man. So, but real talk, man. Hey, thank you so much, man. Hell yeah. Hey, look, I'm Skip Goes Hard, man. Y'all know what it is, man. The most underrated, never duplicated, funniest nigga YouTuber in the game. All facts. Thank you, Kev, aka Buckeyecitysole, for gracing your presence on my little channel. Thank you, bro, so much, man. Hey.
Nah, man. Thank you, bro.
There, word up. And thanks to chat. Thank y'all, chat. Y'all was in there. Hey, the chat was real chill. Like I said, this was a chill ass live, man. I wish we had we had more time, but we ain't gonna do no long ass, live. An hour is like the max, man.
Yeah, I'm cool, whatever. I mean, I'm going from this to who has the heat.
Exactly. I'm about to go
Make
over
sure
there
y'all check
right.
that out. Make sure y'all check that out if you weren't already there. You know, we gonna get in the chat and cut up a little bit.
Oh yeah. Hey,
You
man,
know, like
shit.
I enjoy that. And
Exactly.
I seen Omega Jim say something, and I mean I didn't see exactly what he said. I was waiting on it. He must have got mad because you didn't read his question.
Oh, I didn't even see it. I'm doing the interview. Look at me reading.
Yeah, it's tough. It is tough. It is tough. It's tough to do that, man, and maintain the chat and do that. But yeah, I know he said something up there, and you know, something smart. That's why his teeth made out of particle board.
Yeah. Man, shout out to the Monday Midsole. Make sure they come on every Monday, the Monday Midsole. And shout out to the mature kids. Hey, we out, man. That is it. Y'all take care. And Kev, thanks again, man. I'm gonna cut it off and then we gonna talk our shit for a little bit. And,
bet.
But yeah, all right, man. Peace. Y'all take care, man.
Later,
we out.
y'all.
Look at this. What y'all goof at? In this shit.
It's still a lot though.